Too much of anything is bad for you. And I want to talk about it. Hi, guys. This is Andy, and this is Mindset Matters More. And we're still microphone-less, so please pardon the noise. But today I want to talk about too much of a good thing. You know, as an alcoholic, my life is not about too much alcohol. It's just about too much of everything. Like, I can overdo it on everything. Like, there is nothing that I could not turn into a vice. Um, that goes for exercise, that goes for, my relationships, that goes for throwing myself into my business, that goes for being overbearing on my children, that goes for and anything. It could be sex, money, shopping. It could be literally be too much water. Like, you can drink water to death. You become so um hydrated that you have no electrolytes in your body, and that can fuck with your heart and you can die. Like, it's water. What the fuck? But yes, you can have too much water. And so I'm bumping up against this idea of too much exercise. Because, if you guys heard my podcast about a few days ago or like a week ago about, my progress and my bodybuilding journey, and like my body has been rejecting too much exercise. It doesn't want to do shit. It doesn't want to lose weight. It doesn't want to build muscle. It just is like, this is so much. I'm so stressed out because it's too much. And then I got to thinking, okay, well, too much of anything is a really, really bad thing. Like, you think that you can't OD on love, but too much love becomes obsession, becomes compulsion towards somebody, towards a thing, towards this, towards an idea, towards an establishment, towards something. Like, you can have a bad love relationship, it becomes toxic and poisonous. So what do you do? How do you back off? How, like, even with your emotions, things that are too much. Like, yes, anger is good because you need anger sometimes. Be angry that the world has poverty and homelessness. Like, be angry. But don't be angry that somebody drank your almond milk and now you don't have any. Too much of something is a bad thing. So, what do you do when you have too much food? What do you do when you have too much exercise? What do you do when you have too much of this stuff that's supposed to be good for you? Like, how do you know that it's too much, first of all? Well, first is that it's doing the opposite of what it's intended to do. Like with the exercise, I'm trying to lose weight, I'm trying to build muscle, but now my body is in such a stressed position, it is absolutely not doing shit. Food, it's supposed to nourish you, it's supposed to keep you at a healthy weight. Okay, too much of it, what's going to happen? You're going to pack on body fat. It's easy to know where the line is. But what's hard is when you cross the line and recognizing it. Recognizing when you have too much of something is really challenging because you have to have a level of self-awareness, you have to have a level of courage to look at yourself and say, okay, this is too much. This is beyond what's supposed to happen in my life. This is beyond, what is normal or what is healthy. And then going from there, pivoting, changing, behavior modification, yada, 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 and all that wonderful stuff. But it's really hard to do all of that when we live in a society of excess. Like, my Instagram feeds, like, those things are fucking killer, especially when I'm like dieting pretty hardcore, because you'll see like the cookies and the treats and the baking and the breads and the pastas and the restaurants and the burritos and the birria and the everything that's like tempting you because everything looks so delicious and it's seasoned and it's salty and it's sweet and it's this and it's that. And you're just like, oh, I love it. I don't even know where I was going on that tangent. Point is that anything in excess is just going to be too much, right? Yeah, I totally had a brain fart on that. What the hell was I saying? Well, whatever. Um, we live in the society where excess is like fully on display. And so getting the message that, you know, I have passed excess is really hard because you're constantly bombarded by, you know, and now even they have the sports betting that you can do online and they're advertising that, and you can see alcohol on TV all the time, and now with the cannabis industry fucking exploding all over the United States, like it's gonna be a short time till we see ads and be bombarded with that. We're constantly getting messages of more excess, of more, do more. And let's not even talk about fucking hustle culture because that's like, you gotta get up, you better have 3 sales by 5 a.m. You have to make $1 million. You have to start 10 businesses. You have to, like, ee, can I just have a moment? Can I just, relax for a second? Can I just, file my thoughts away as they come out? Like, how do you know? You're always having to filter out all the fucking noise. And everything is coming your way. New drinks. They fucking came up with a new fucking fruit. What the hell is that about? It's like a cherry plum. Like, what the? There's just always more ways to indulge in excess. There's always more ideas about how to indulge in the excess. And the support of, oh, you deserve it. Like, just relax, just enjoy yourself. Like, I mean, you get the peer pressure from everybody else around you, right? I mean, how many times have you gone to a party and been offered a drink? I'm like, I've been sober almost 10 years and I still get offered drinks. And people are still like, oh, you're still not drinking? I'm like, no, I'm probably never gonna drink again. Like, what the fuck? Like, okay. I mean, heaven forbid you go to a fucking restaurant and you're on a diet. Heaven forbid you go to, a party and you're not partaking in any one of the three vices, alcohol, drugs, or food. Heaven forbid that shit happen. But you want to make it somewhere in your life. You have these goals, you have things that you want to accomplish that require you to find balance. So what do you do? How do you live? I mean, you don't want to go live in a fucking cave with no internet the rest of your life. How do you do it? Well, sometimes you do have to go live in a cave with no internet for a short time, because the first part of that is making sure that you view yourself as somebody who does not indulge in excess, that you're somebody who doesn't partake in getting blackout drunk, that you're not somebody who is over exercising, that you're not somebody who is eating to excess, that you're not somebody who is overbearing in your love and care for another person. You have to first see yourself as that person. But I mean, that's work for you to do. That's like shadow work that needs to happen. It's all behind the scenes. It's never something that's going to come to you on Instagram or a podcast or YouTube or TV or a magazine or none of that shit. You're going to have to confront all of these things in your life and say, am I doing too much? Have I gone beyond what I set out to do and am now having negative effects? And once you start to process that, that's when the real magic starts to happen, because then you can change it, then you can make it better, and then you can start to set your boundaries. Ooh, I love that. Okay, guys, that's enough for me today. Love you guys. Bye.